Y'all, it's time. It's time. I finally get my hands and some a little break. Be able to watch this. That's how I got posted on Twitter and everything blew up, which is wild. And it looked like what the things were peeking out were true. So this is really cool. I'm excited. It's the Pokemon TCG Celestial Guardians. So we're gonna dive into the trailer. We're then gonna have some discussions on some cards and get excited once again because Pokemon Pocket is back, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got. And we go from here. Oh, this will be fun. Simulated game footage. Could you imagine? Wait. Could you imagine if we had cinematics in this? That'd be really sweet. All right, we're gonna go through this, and I'm not gonna pause it anymore, and then we'll go back and watch the rest of them. Okay. Ooh, our starters. All right. And then we have the Solgaleo and our Lunala, our Bat Pokemon. Okay. Solgaleo, this does 10. Oh my goodness, 20. Ooh, scratch. Lola. Raichu EX, that's pretty sweet. That looks pretty cool. Ooh, they're really just giving us those. Oh, that's really nice. You get a lot of cards coming back. Rare Candy made it to the game? Is that the actual... Look at all these trainers. Oh my goodness, that's like 6 of them. Oh! An immersive trainer? Okay. Let's let's go through this. Wait a minute. Okay, so first and foremost, we got this. Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio. So this is pretty sweet. Okay. Why did it flip like that? Do we have different ones? Oh, this is what we had before? And then they switched them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, all the moves are different. Sing, Skill Dive, and everything else like that. I mean, that's pretty sweet. So let's take a quick look at this. We actually have some screenshots of just like all of them together, and then we'll just dive into that. Actually, now that I actually did a little digging, and we actually have like all the cards ready to go. So I'm just gonna dive right on into them here, break that down, maybe play out some of the trailer once again because that trailer was absolutely beautiful. But let's go ahead and dig into each of these cards as well. So first and foremost, we have our Solgaleo EX here. Okay, this is a stage 2 mon. But I think, like we saw Rare Candy, that like you kind of just bloop bloop, and then here you go. But once during your turn, this Pokemon's on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. That's pretty cool. That means you can build this up into the back, get a free switch in while you're powering up something up in the front, and that's pretty good. And then so this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. That's honestly not bad for 120 attack. Being able only taking 10. Its HP is really high here. This is pretty clean. I like this a lot. Stage 2, a Stage 2 EX Mon that feels powerful is something that the game needed, and it's kind of nice to see that the Solgaleo EX is getting that. All right, Lunala EX is here as well. Psychic Connect is its ability. Once during your turn, you may move all psychic energy from one of your bench psychic Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So colorless energy works out really well here for anybody. That's pretty good. You have colorless and you have psychic energy. We already have cards like Giratina that ramps up itself, so this is looking kind of clean for that as well too. You do have to get to your stage 2, but like by that point, it's kind of fine. It's kind of fine because you do have. Yeah, like that's really. I don't know. This is gonna go nutty. This is gonna go nutty. It's a stage 2, but again with the rare candy, you have additional pieces in there in order to get your Pokemon up and evolve. So that's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, we have a Rowlet from the Solgaleo pack, and I didn't realize this, but there's a Solgaleo starters, and there is a Lunala starters, so you have like daytime and nighttime. That's pretty cute that they were able to do that. So Rowlet here is a Leafage for 20, 1 energy, 1 retreat cost, and then in the Lunala pack, this attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So when thinking about like what you want to do here, this is really meaning attacking for the front, but you can also snipe some things with the skill dive, which is like pretty sweet. Just really love, again, the nighttime versus the daytime piece here. And then we have Litten. This attack does 10 damage to itself, so 30 is still a good number, right? You can clear any eggs. This attacks those steel types pretty quickly as well too, so it's not too bad. I don't like the 10 damage, but we have to see. Maybe the damage to itself is good for Incineroar, or maybe not. I don't know, but we'll find out. And then we have this Litten here where you just attack for 20 and call it a day. Nothing's hurting you. So that's pretty cool. Again, it really is situational based on like what their next evos have for that. And then we have, there we go, Poplio Water Gun for 20. And then we have this Poplio Nighttime. Sing, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. I like this. I like the Sing one. Sing is very, very good, especially when you don't have to flip coins in order for them to be asleep and they have to do the flipping themselves. So I like this flow of it in it. So we continue on Alolan Meowth here. It's a basic, so that means we can't wait for the Alolan Persian. Scratch, 60 HP, nothing to write home about. We have Oricorio, basic, 70. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused for 2 energy for 40 damage. That confusion is a big deal. You can win some games when Pokemon are being confused, so I kind of like this idea that we're getting more of these like status effects, especially because I mean, with a continuously of new cards, yes, you may see some Arceus, but it's not going to be as prevalent, right? So like having more status conditions on Mons is pretty nice. We got the Alolan Raichu, and this art is beautiful. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's pretty cool. I mean, we've seen this before. We've seen Psychic. We see this with Alakazam. But being able, and Bronzong as well. But it's a stage 1. It's for electric. 140 with a cape is 160. So it could do you well. I mean, this is a clear answer to those Gyarados decks, which is like pretty nice. They need 4 energy, so 4 energy is 120 plus 60 is 120 plus 60 is 180, and so this is dealing 200 damage to a Gyarados. So Gyarados is not living, even with a cape on it. So that's, I mean, there's your clear direct answer if you're seeing a lot of that as well. And then we have another Oricorio. Oh, this is the Lunala pack. Oh, okay. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from your opponents from your last Sir, this attack does 60 more damage. Okay, so we're getting a 1 energy Marshadow for the Psychic decks. This is actually kind of nice. I wonder if we're gonna be getting a lot, like do we get a Psychic toolbox here? Because if we can start finding things that can easily snipe things in the back, like a Hitmonlee, we have an Oricorio and a good finisher. I mean, you could do a lot. You could do a lot here. Spiteful Dance is kind of big. It's not 100 damage, but 80 is still no joke, especially for just a 1 energy. And then we have a Alolan Vulpix. Take a water energy from Energy Zone and attach it to this Pokemon. I mean, you do have to attack in order for that to happen. And so this is kind of like ramping itself up. So I wonder if Alolan Ninetales has a lot of energy to attack. You can also do things like Vaporeon to move the energy around. But this tells me that we're getting something. There's a lot of energy. Maybe Alolan Ninetales needs 3 energy. Or maybe 4. I don't know. We've seen Executor need 4 from Mythical Island when it's been able to charge up and stuff like that. So that's like a run clear example of the basic being able to charge into a stage 1. So maybe that will be different or not. And then we have Alolan Marowak, fire type here. So you're going from Cubone fighting type to a fire type, which is pretty sweet. And then we have Burning Boomerang. Flip 2 coins to attack the 70 damage for heads. So we got the kind of like the Marowak EX piece here. But if at least one of them is heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. So you do need 3 coins in order to flip here. So if you're putting this into a fighting deck because of the Cubo, but the Cubo is colorless with its like hide effect kind of thing. So this is cool. This is cool. So this can flip anywhere. This can still just go right into fire decks. But having that burned, if you just get 1 heads, is pretty nice. 1 heads, and that means you're damaging for 70, and you're burned. It probably would have been broken if this automatically burns without needing a head. So this is like pretty nice that you get both of them that way. All right, we're getting 2 new item cards. That's Rotom decks. Look at the top card of your deck. Then you may shuffle your deck. So it's kind of cute in that sense of like you don't have to. So that means you get to take that next card, or if you don't like it, you get to shuffle it no matter what. So that is an interesting play here, being able to combine that. But I mean, will we see play? Probably not. Even in like the 18 trainer decks, like back way when in Genetic Apex, you saw a lot of like Hand Scope and Pokédex and like all these other things because we just didn't have enough trainers. Now that we do, I don't see where this gets play. But excited if y'all can prove me wrong for sure. And then this massive behemoth that's changing everything. Choose one of your basic Pokemon and play. If you have a stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it, skip it to stage 1. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. Ooh, this could be scary. Stage 2 Pokemon are back. This will work with fossils as well. So if you have your fossil in play and you have, Skull Fossil into your Rampardos right away, Charmander into Charizard right away, you can go into your Gardevoir right away, really ramping up these Psychic decks as well too. I mean, but you know what? I like this though because there's been a lot of like basic EXs that are in the meta right now, right? Like they're dominating, especially after this last set. You really saw people hone in on just like 2 or 3, maybe 4 basic EX Pokemons, and those are the decks that are really ramping the top. I'm looking at you, Giratina, Darkrai, but then you have things like Darkrai Revile, you have things like Giratina Mewtwo. So the less of the basic EX mons that you can put in, the better it felt because you were supporting it with all these different trainers. But AKA here, this rare candy is going to flip that formula on top of its head. We have the rare candy, we're able to evolve faster, we're able to attack faster, getting into those big stage 2 Pokemon, especially when we've seen the Solgaleo and the Lunala EX, we're seeing some good stage 2 effects. I mean, even things like Gladiax is really, really powerful as well. So like I like it from a theory standpoint of being able to switch the meta around, and we'll see what comes from it, because we really did want to see a drastic change, so that way it's not like, okay, play with the new cards and then let's settle back into Giratina and Darkrai, but now we have that, so that's pretty sweet. Ilma, we have put one colorless Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand. That's pretty cool. It is bounce for any colorless Pokemon. As long as they're basics, that can work out well for you. If it is any of those like stage 1s or stage 2s, you just gotta have to build that up, so that could be a lot of fun. We have Lana here. You can only use this card only if you have an Awakened in play. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. This is juicy. It doesn't say your opponent can choose either. You're picking one. And this doesn't This is like a boss's order, if like I'm reading that right. I'm not really good with the standard TCG, but like switching one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to active spot. The bench opponent doesn't need to be hurt, so it's not Cyrus, right? Like you can use it whenever, but you do need to reckon it. All right, so like that's like you know, through the dew powder and everything else like that. So you're really building your deck around Arachnid and Lana if you want to use this Lana card. We have Kawhi here, and again, if I'm butchering these names, I apologize. Choose one of your Alolan Marowaks or Turtonators. Shout out to Turtonator being in this as well. Take 2 energy from your energy zone and attach it to that Pokemon. Your turn ends. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Building that up, so that means Turtonator must have 2 or 3 energy for an attack here. That's why that 2 energy makes sense here, but yeah, it keeps going. That's sweet. Acerola, choose one of your Palossand or Mimikyu that has damage on it. Okay, we're getting the names of the Pokemon that are in here, but not necessarily the Pokemon cards, but we'll see them as they come about. And move 40 of its damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you can, I can play my Acerola, move, I can heal it. It says move 40 of its damage to your opponent. So I'm healing, this is healing for 40 for these two, but you're attacking at the same time. So that's like an 80 HP swing there, which is pretty spicy in terms of that. Mallow, heal all damage from one of your Shiinotic or Tissan Arena. If you do, discard all energy from that Pokemon. Well, we have Shiinotic right now, but with this, we might get another version of it. Currently, the one that we have puts Pokemon to sleep. And Tisserina is going to be a new Pokemon card in here as well. Discard all energy. I wonder how much energy we're going to need to attack with those Pokemon. So that's not bad. I like heal all damage. It's pretty good. During this attack, attacks used by your Alolan Golem, okay, Vikavolt and Togedemaru do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So plus 30 to that. That's pretty sweet. Love that. I love that. I love that. So we're actually getting a boost, right? Like plus 10 for Giovanni, plus 20 for red. You have a plus 50 for Cynthia in terms of attacking with Garchomp or Togekiss, and now we have like kind of like the middle ground here with plus 30. Yeah, keep it coming. Keep them coming. Lily, oh my goodness, this is going to be sweet. Heal 60 damage from one of your stage 2 Pokemon. Okay, more stage 2 support. So they're saying that this meta is the stage 2 meta. We have the rare candy. We now have healing 60 from one of your stage 2 Pokemon. That's insane. Could you imagine things like, like OG Blastoise, for example, right? Like, you throw in 2 lilies, you throw in 2 rare candies, you have your Gyarados, like, Blastoise is 180, 200 health with a giant cape. That thing is not going down. It's just not going down. I like that a lot. Like that a lot. So there's some other Pokemon we obviously haven't seen the effects yet, so just looking at them really quickly. We have Dartrix, 80 HP, Torracat, 80 HP, and Brionne, 80 HP. So all the middle stage are there, and I like the fact that we have them. So now it's just a matter of not which one of these have EXs. If none of them do, if they all do, we'll soon find out together. But speaking of EXs, here is our shiny, not shiny, excuse me, our 2-star Rayquaza EX, Draco Meteor. One of your opponents is chosen at random 4 times for each time Pokemon was chosen, do 40 damage to it. So this is 4 energy, and you're attacking for 160 damage. So we have a stage 2 Dragonite, which does 200. We have a stage 1 in Wugtrio, which does 150, but Rayquaza here does 160. So play around with it. I don't know. It still takes 4 energy regardless. However, you throw this in with Giratina, Lulana as well. If you like make that just a deck in of itself. It says from 1 you're charging up from your psychic energy to the ability is Psychic Connect, right? From all of your wow, why am I bad with words? You're getting all of your psychic energy from one of your bench psychic Pokemon to your active Pokemon. It doesn't say that it needs to be active psychic. So even being able to get 2 or 3 ready to go here as you're powering that up is pretty sweet to be able to start attacking very early. However, that is a stage 2 Pokemon in order to get that ability. But that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice here. And as we finish this out, we have some new events to look out for in which we're able to get these accessories. On the same day of the set release, a half-year anniversary for Pokemon TCG Pocket will take place. It's been 6 months since global release. They're having event solo battles will allow you to earn promo pack A Series Volume 7 boosters containing new promo cards, including a new promo Rayquaza EX for 2 weeks, and then we'll have special missions running up till May 28th to give you a chance to collect this full art version of EX as well. And it's, oh wait, we get this as a promo card. That's pretty nice. Here's a festival playmat and a coin. So everyone can earn this card for free, which is pretty dope. And then we have a new cover binder with the Rowlets, and we have a new backdrop featuring Rowlet and the stars as well, right? Rowlet with all of the evos of our Pokemon. So yeah, y'all. I don't know. This is looking like it's going to be a fun one. It looks like it's the era of these stage 2s, and we already have 2 good stage 2s, 2 strong ones to really build up here. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. It's really gonna be a good time. Being able to have this rare candy and this elite as well to combine with it to really make it feel worthwhile to play stage 2 again. We'll start to see more Pokemon and decks as well. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But let me know, what do y'all think? What is your favorite card that has been dropped? Let me know down below in the comment section, or let me know what your favorite card in general is. And we'll connect again. The more information that we find out, we'll definitely bring it to you. Until next one, y'all. Peace.